Good morning. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good on today? Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay. Yeah. I'm just deep in thought. I did have some visions. Like I said, I'm going to try to remember so I can just try to get the word out. But I'm working on it, y'all. Yeah. But I was just saying, hey, deep in thought. What I'm finna say, God, what do I need to speak on? Like when you deal with prophecy, people get it misconstrued as far as the timing of the prophecies. Like a lot of people feel like because we said that Trump was gonna do 2 terms, his terms was gonna be back to back. And a lot of people call people false prophets because he didn't get elected back to back. But the thing was, he still had a Trump card. Like it was he still had 4 years that he was gonna do regardless. Like the way it was set up, he was gonna do 4 years, whether God chose to do it back to back or God chose to let it skip like he did this time. But I was like, Trump is a guaranteed 8 years, period. So people seem to get the timing misconstrued because it don't happen the way they expect it to happen. But the Bible say that what? Our ways are not God's ways. Like the way God want to do it and the way we envision it, it's going to be completely different. Like we ain't on God level no matter how hard we try. A lot of people, because when I look at the election and stuff like that, y'all, we got Trump who doing 4 years. But then after 4 years, who is going to be a Republican that's going to be strong enough to pull the people like Trump did? Like, who do we get? Like, who do the Republicans get? So, this just me speaking my speculation. A lot of people say Kamala is going to be in office. So, well, a lot of people saying Kamala is going to be in office. What I think is going to go on is they're going to build her up, like Build-A-Bear. They're going to build her up to run for the next after the 4 years, and she may get elected at that time. So they finna build her character and work on her as far as her presentation and how she come out to the world and the world embracing her. So they finna be worried. The Democrats gonna be behind the scenes, like Kamala is gonna be our spokesperson. We gonna use a woman this time. This time we gonna push a woman through her. First we pushed the first black man through here, but now we finna push it and push this woman through here. So they working on Kamala possibly being the spokesperson for the next presidential election. They probably just put all their energy into her and have her set up where she's going to be able to just woo the people with her lies. So that may be coming. It might come after Trump, so to speak. But a lot of people gave prophecies for a female president. It's still open. That prophecy is still an open book right now. Because a possibility that after everything going on and what the Democrats saw and how the Democrats did see a lot of people gravitate to Kamala, she might be that next person who they put their energy behind to push this agenda. She might be the one. So, this just me just talking. They gonna try to get her right, get everything together, get her to be able to present herself, be able to get speak and do other stuff, not be under influence or whatever substances allegedly that she be under when she be going public for her interviews. They're going to try to get some act right with her, get her to act right out here. And they going to make her their spokesperson. They going to make her the spokesperson possibly. So she might be the next candidate because see Trump. Okay, who coming after Trump though? Okay, we got Trump for the Republican, but who gonna be a strong enough Republican to pull the people and the people just gravitate to? Like, who are they gonna use? It's a couple people that they can use if they choose that they want to run for president. They do have a couple of people who will probably be like, oh, we want him. It's some people out there now. I don't know if they gonna take it to that level, but it's the people that if they jump in the road behind Trump and be like, I want to be president, they can get the people vote. They do got people out there that can do that now. A couple of them that's really just like this strictly like okay for the people type people. So they got people, they got that, but then they got this Kamala. And me, I'm thinking it's just like Build-A-Bear. They finna build her up to be to be enough for the people to gravitate to her. They gonna try to build her up to be that. So that prophecy of a woman being president, the be smart, pushing the agendas is still open. Just because this happened now, because you gotta realize I'm dealing with prophecy is outside of time. So even though Trump got in office now competing against her, she's still not out of it. She's still not out of the picture. She not out the picture yet. Right now, I feel like she kind of was just thrown in a position. She really didn't have no time to even get herself together. Biden just out the blue, just like, okay, I'm getting it to Kamala. I don't even think nobody even suspected that he was even getting it to her. I don't think nobody really even expected her to be the one that he would just give it to. But he randomly just like, here, Kamala, here you go. And then she kind of had to just jump in the character. And then, you know, she kind of just had to just start just playing a role with nothing. Like, she really didn't have no kind of preparation. Like, she just kind of jumped in head first with this. But in 4 more years, do you think you're going to see the same Kamala? In 4 years from now, do you think you're going to see the same Kamala that you saw this time when they just threw her out there? Because Biden randomly just was like, okay, I get to Kamala. And she had to just take the baton and just had to kind of run with it head first and don't. Like, you know, that's kind of what went on. That's kind of how it went on. You know, it wasn't no preparation, no nothing. A lot of people weren't even expecting it. That was like a curveball that was thrown into the whole thing. But with her going in head first and her seeing all this, she did get some hands on. She did get some hands on behind it. So guess what? She even though she jumped in the way she jumped in, guess what? She got some hands on in this process. So with her getting some hands on in this process, you don't think they're gonna be trying to work to build her up in 4 years to really be that woman that can be like, I can run America? You don't think they're gonna do that with this witch, so to speak? Because it gotta come through her. God's prophecies, good and bad, got to come through her. So if part of this prophecy, good and bad, is a woman is going to open up the door for the Antichrist, it got to happen. God just delayed it. So it still got to happen. So, you know, people might be like, you know, at a certain point, people going to be like, yeah, look at your God, because but this got to happen. The bad got to happen. So what they trying to push, it got to happen. This agenda stuff, all this stuff they trying to do, it got to happen. It got to happen. So it's not like God is not going to be God when people is going through tribulation. The Bible even speak of the great tribulation. It's something that just got to happen. And it's already been foretold, and God already seeing it happen. So God just delaying what's going on. So we ain't jumping into their head first. We ain't jumping into the tribulation head first. He kind of easing us into everything. So it's just like with Jesus. You know, when they killed Jesus, in their mind, they felt like, yeah. But they didn't know that it had to happen. If they knew that it had to happen, they never would have touched him. They never would have touched him. Yeah. God, it kind of like, in their mind, it was a twist to it. It was a twist to the whole thing. So when they did what they did, they hated it. Because they fulfilled the prophecy that they were trying to stop by killing him. That was the prophecy. They needed to kill him for the prophecy to be fulfilled. They didn't know that. They're like, okay, we killed him. Okay, everything cool. We did our part. You just fulfilled the prophecy. You just did what God said needed to be done to save the people. So now we saved. But in your mind, you thought you could outsmart God, and you couldn't. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, our mind, I'm thinking God is on a higher level, and we can never be on his level. Like, it's nothing we can do to even factor in how he gonna do it, what he gonna do. God is God. God is sovereign. Sovereign means God do whatever he want to do. God do whatever he want to do. Certain things got to come to pass. Certain things got to happen. So, it got to happen. You know, when I did my other video, when I was talking about God can't go against himself because he's going against his word. If God go against his word, he's going against his sense of being, his sense of his identity. God cannot be a lie. So if he go against himself, he renege, then he at a certain point he a lie in all this. He can't do that. It's impossible. It's impossible for God to tell a lie. Impossible. Because if he tell a lie, then his sense of identity and who he is as a God is all... it's obsolete at that point. So that's why I say it's impossible. It's impossible. His word got to happen. So if he say this going on, that going on, then that's what it got to be. Now, he might try to create a door, a ram in a bush. He might have to create a ram in a bush to save the people, but the destruction of what he talking about gonna happen, it got to happen. He might put a ram in a bush for you to help save you in this process, but he can't renege on his word, y'all. So yeah. So it ain't over. We just gotta, God just giving us grace for 4 years. God is just giving us grace for 4 years. That's all this is a grace period for 4 years. Preparing and do what you need to do. This 4 years to get yourself together, do what you need to do. This is grace for 4 years. Do not get it twisted. This is time for you to prepare for what's ahead, which is going to be a lot of tribulation, a lot of trouble, a lot of hardships. That's what lie ahead. So we got 4 years to prepare for all the hardship that's ahead, y'all. Be wise with this time. Do not feel like it's a party. Don't feel like it's a Trump after party. Now everybody going out partying for 4 whole years. And then the 5th year roll around, and then you got this witch, this Jezebel in office. And then you finna be treated like Pharaoh treated the people. That's what it's finna be. You got people is finna be enslaved, like some real live. We don't want you to even think for yourself. You can't, all your freedom gonna be stripped from you type level. Like to the point where it's so unreal because we got freedom and we just like, yay, but imagine all that being stripped from you through laws where you can't do nothing. Everything censorship. What the foundation of this America was built on, they trying to take all that out. They trying to remove it. So everything that everybody fought for the freedom and for this and for that, they trying to pull all that away. And they trying to make it a dictatorship. What they fight against and what they speak against is what they trying to create for themselves. It's all hypocrisy. It's all hypocrisy. You know, it's all hypocrisy. And then everybody love to throw the word Adolf Hitler in the picture. Adolf Hitler. Everybody love to throw him in the picture. But you don't think the ways of some of these leaders is exactly the same as the one that they talk about? The one that you can't even speak on verbally, because if you say something verbally about this person, then it's just like, ooh. Don't you think the actions of these people is the same, if not worse? Some of these leaders. Don't you think even our country is trying to get into this same type of mindset, same type of system of what they speak against and what everybody is just so woo saying we free from? Don't you think they trying to push us right back into this or into that, so to speak? So they slowly taking away stripping you of your rights and your freedom. It's gonna be to the point where you can't do nothing, like absolutely nothing. Like they want to control. When I say total power, I mean they trying to put put the little thing in you. You know, God, Satan come as an angel of light. Satan come as an angel of light. So whenever Satan present himself, it's always good attached to whatever he presents to you. Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Remember that. So that means any and everything that he presents before you is going to have good to it. Everything. He's not going to never just come with just pure evil. Everything he give you is going to be a mixture of good and bad. So when they talk about the little Neuralink, and they talk about it's to help with certain illnesses and stuff. But the thing about Satan is it's gonna always cause more harm than good. So when he give you this package deal, it's gonna be good to it. You can be like, woo, that's good. Ooh, you helping the people. But in the long run, it's gonna always be more bad than good. The effects of it gonna always be more bad than good to even come out of it. You would be like, I would have rather you not even accepted this offer, because of the harm that it has caused. It has far outweighed the good. Far outweighed. So you talk about this Neuralink, so to speak. So you got this Neuralink, and right now the good of it is, okay, it can help people with diseases, it can help people that's paralyzed, it can help with this, it can help with that, which is good. But then it becomes a door that's open for bad to enter. So you're doing this good with it, which is really good, but it opened the door for, it's like a portal. And it just opened the door for all this evil to come through. Something that's supposed to be, okay, this Neuralink, we're just connected, through your brain. Your brain to create, just receptors and cells. And it just created like this, receptor where the part of your body, the nerve damage that's dead, it'll just kind of, be a surrogate for it, like, so to speak. Why God got me speaking on this on the scientific level? I'm like, God, what did you do? Okay, God. I'm like, I've been studying or something. Uh, God tickling me right now. Okay, so y'all. So in the beginning, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. You're gonna be like, ooh, and it really is gonna be good. Like, it's good if you paralyzed and then you get the little microchip and then all of a sudden you can walk and you have your functions and you can do what you want to do. Like, that's a good thing. But it's a portal. And actually a lot more evil is gonna come through just from the little good. So much bad is going to also be available to come in. It's intertwined. You know how I say the good and bad mixed together? Like, it's all coming in together. So the good coming in, but then you got to factor in the bad too. You can't take one with the other. You can't even separate it. All of it intertwined, all of it coming in together. It's always good, bad together. Everything blended together. Wheat in the tares, so to speak. So when they come with these package deals, it's gonna have good, but it's gonna always be more bad that come out of it than the good. Sometimes you'll be like, we should never even accept it. But then you be so enticed and intrigued with the good that you don't see the bad till it actually hit. And then you realize how bad it really was and how, it probably should have just been banned altogether. Like, do we really want this good? Because we accept this good, then we got to also accept all this bad and this evil. Like, do we want this package deal? Do we really want this? Okay, y'all. So, just be on the lookout now. Everybody be jumping and screaming. I'm like, do y'all see? It ain't over. It ain't even over with Kamala. I feel like they threw her on the forefront. They saw how people gravitate to her. She really thrown in. They saw how, even with her not even having much time, she probably had like a couple of months pop at the most, max, to try to get herself together to even do all this. And she got a lot of votes, even then. Like, she even got a lot of votes, even with less preparation, just being thrown first. Okay, I'm handing the baton to her. It seemed like he didn't really talk to nobody. He just handed to her. And then everybody had to at a certain point say, okay, she gonna be the one. She gonna be the one. Like, I don't even think the people on the team, because even people on the Democratic Party was talking negatively about her at first. I don't think that was the pick they would have wanted for her. I think they would have picked Michelle Obama over her. But this was like behind the back. Stab you in your back, Biden. Here, Kamala, here you go. And it forced everybody to kind of, okay, we got to support them. Because for our wicked agenda, we can't be divided. You know how I say, a house divided cannot stand? Okay, they know their principles. So even if they're against each other, they know to stand together to make their agenda work. They do have a common ground at the end of the day, no matter who pushing it. So I think Biden, he did, boop, he stabbed the team in their back. He a snake. I said, what I said about a snake? It shed his skin and become a bigger snake. Okay, that's what he did. And then he handed the baton to somebody that probably nobody didn't even like. And now everybody got to be forced to deal with this person. And they going to end up dealing with him. They going to end up coming together. They going to end up doing everything they need to do. Because at the end of the day, they going to put all their differences aside to push this agenda and get this thing going like they want to get it going. God just pushed pause for 4 years. That's all he did, y'all. And I'm dragging this video along. I think that's all God want me to say. That's all he want me to say. I already said in the other video about Trump. Don't make him a God. Which is what everybody gonna. I'm telling y'all what not to do, but I'm telling you what everybody gonna do. What I'm telling you not to do is what everybody gonna do. I'm still sending the warning, but everybody still doing the opposite of what I'm saying don't do. So basically, God used Trump. God is going to use Trump. But do not make Trump a God in your life. Do not make Trump your savior. Look to God. Bless God for using this person to give us grace for 4 years. This is not what the people going to do. They're going to do the opposite of what I just said, and they're going to make Trump a God. And then it's going to be a problem. But it's not always Trump's fault that these people look at him as a God. It's not his fault. Trump just doing what Trump do, like the people bowing to him. He ain't never said bow to me. Like, he's not asking people to do this. People just take it upon themselves to just say, okay, I'll make this man my savior. I'm making this man my God. And then everybody just hate him. But he ain't even the one that's like forcing this type of behavior in the people. It's just they naturally just like treating him as something that God said, thou shalt not. Because at that point, you're going to make God angry. And God is going to end up eventually, I'm speaking this, because there's no way out of it. If you become a God and God's a jealous God, then God gonna strike you down. Like, you can't be a God. And these people is worshiping him, making him a God, whether he want to be a God or not. Whether he want to be or not, that's what they doing. So, and I say that because I'm finna let y'all go, but this right here come to me. But this is my truth, y'all. This is my truth. But I believe that when Jesus was performing no miracles, when he was going around, when he was living, he was performing no miracles and stuff, I felt like, you know how all the people, all these crowds, people was coming to him as a God. Like, they were doing him the same way they were doing Trump. But the difference was Jesus couldn't stay in one little town. He couldn't stay in that area for too long because the people was looking for him. Like, he knew that in their hearts they wanted something physical that they could worship. And they was gonna make him a God, and he there to do God's work, and he not trying to conflict with God in this process. So Jesus know he's not here to be God. He's not here. He always let you know, go to the Father. Go to the Father. Now, maybe that's the difference between Trump and Jesus. Jesus gonna let you know where you need to go. Trump ain't letting nobody know where they need to go. But when Jesus was on earth, he performed these miracles. All the people was like, wow. They all amazed. They all amazed at what he doing. So naturally, they trying to make him a God. So Jesus had to stay on the run. So he performed miracles and stuff. But if he stayed in the spot too long, they would have built a statue of him. He couldn't do that. He knew that would have been a violation, total violation. So my truth is that's one reason why Jesus stayed on the run and didn't stay in the town or city for too long, because the people if the people saw who he got, if he stayed too long, they was going to have statues and stuff built up of him. Something that was totally against what he probably been doing on this earth. So in order for him to fulfill the purpose, he had to kind of stay in hiding, so to speak, because people was going to make a God out of him. And even now, if you look at these pastors and preachers, and they doing this, they doing that, these people, they naturally just make a God out of these people. They naturally, but see, they not doing like Jesus. They not directing them to God and saying, no, y'all people is wrong. This is who you need to give your praise. Like, ain't nobody doing it. Jesus did do that. But a lot of people that's in like positions, especially they got God give them the gift of miracles and wonders. Because there's people out here that do have miracles and wonders going on. They worship these people. These people is a God to them. And ain't nobody correcting them and leading them the right way and letting them know my power comes from above. Like, ain't nobody doing that with these people. You know, they just allowing these people they allowing themselves to be worshiped, so to speak. So, when I look at Jesus, I feel like part of the reason why he was just running and ripping through cities and towns, people gonna make a God out of him. Like, he performing all these miracles, he doing all this stuff. You know, these people, they looking like, you is gonna be who we worship. They want a golden calf, like they got with Trump. They trying to make another golden calf. Jesus said no deals. But that's what they wanted. And naturally, just them being Herman, that's what it would end up being if he stayed in town for too long. I just see it. They would have made him a God. They would have made him a God. And he had to kind of work around the miracles and stuff, work around the people, just look for him to worship him as a God and doing all this. Like, on his journey or what he had going on, he had to be in hiding and stuff a lot, because these people was going to literally worship him and have statues built of him and everything else. And he tried to avoid it at all costs. At all costs. That's what he was doing in this process, y'all. That's why I think he was ducking and dodging so much. Jump from city to city, go here, go there, go here 2 days, go there. If he stayed there probably a month or so, if he stayed too long, he had crowds and crowds of people just traveling to him for healing, for all this stuff that they needed. He performed miracles just right in front of everybody. Naturally, they wouldn't do nothing but start making statues of him and worshiping him as a God. Naturally, if he would stay long enough. So that's my truth of why he was ripping and running so much, y'all. All through the Bible, he ripping and running. He still performing miracles, still trying to do what he trying to do, but at the same time, he got to be in hiding. Because these people is going to make a golden calf out of him. If he stay too long, they is going to be worshiping him. And he ain't there to be worshiped. So he got to make sure that's correct too now. He got to make sure, okay, I'm moving and stuff, but how I'm going to get these people to not be worshiping me out here while I'm performing miracles and doing the work of my Father? Like, what can I even do? But go and hide. Go here 2 days, go there 3 days. Like, that's how he had to move out here. He had to move out here a certain way because it wasn't no way to avoid it. Like, Trump can't stop these people from worshiping him. Like, what can Trump do to stop these people from worshiping him? He ain't telling people that they doing this naturally. Naturally, they just like, ooh, Trump. Like, he ain't doing it. They looking at him and they just didn't shifted they praise from God to Trump. Like, they didn't shifted the praise that probably go to God and they giving it to Trump, and it's finna backfire eventually. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day.